You see, humans are complicated and humans are filled with contradicting emotions. And I've had experiences when I liked the girl or when I met the girl, or, and a lot of my clients have had experiences where they'll meet somebody who they find attractive, and for some reason they get turned off by them because the person cares too fast and too much. All right. There's nothing wrong with caring, right? There's completely nothing wrong with that. The problem is when you care about somebody who you don't even know, when you care about somebody who hasn't even proven themselves, right? So we're going to talk about why is it that they don't want you when you care. You see, essentially, this is the first thing, right? Usually, a lot of the times when you want somebody a lot, right, they tend to sense it in your energy. You see, the self is always coming through. You will always communicate how you feel about people and about the world through your nonverbal cues. You cannot hide that, right? And that's why when you like somebody, unfortunately, they like you back. When they don't like you back a lot of the times, and when you don't like somebody, they like you back. It's the most common trope on the planet. Like that whole thing is it's the most ironic thing. And one of the reasons, because one, a lot of the times, sometimes they're out of your league, and you kind of sense it, right? But most of the time, it's just that your energy is repelling them. You see, the more you want something, the less you get it. And it's also the same thing with life in general. The more you want to go to sleep, the less likely you are of going to sleep, right? Because when you really want something, and there is no, you have no other, you really want it no matter what, because a lot of people are stubborn, you deal with bullshit. Right? You stay when you should have left. Why? Because you're being stubborn. You're being hard-headed. And a man will sense that. Right? So it's kind of like you're for example, it's kind of like naturally when you're seeing somebody, naturally you're going to be inconsistent from time to time, right? Like, for example, when you don't like a guy, when you don't care about a guy and you feel tired and you're supposed to go on a date with him, you're going to cancel. Because you feel tired. And that's naturally going to make him chase. Or you're going to take a little bit longer to text back. And that's naturally going to make him chase. But when you like the guy, even if your leg just got amputated, you're still going to see the motherfucker. Even if he got struck by lightning, you're still going to go see him. Why? Because you have already made up your mind. So naturally, little moments where naturally the inconsistencies of life, when things come up and you naturally cancel, but because you like them, you don't allow the natural courses of life that brings coldness, that brings inconsistency to happen, because you're so forceful, because you want this to work so much that even if you have a big stomach ache, you still go. Rather, if you're tired, cancel. You would have canceled if you didn't like them. That's going to make him chase. That's going to make the girl chase, the guy chase, they chase. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about allowing them. If it's raining and you don't want to go out, you cancel. But when you like him or her, you don't cancel. That's one of the reasons why when you care a lot, they don't care back. And also, when you care a lot, you gotta understand, most people will not like you. That's just a fact, right? When you care a lot, you assume they care, or you hope that they care, even though if you don't see the signs that they care. But if you didn't like the person and you noticed that they don't care, you would have walked away. You get what I'm trying to say? So it's almost like you just try to force things to happen. It just puts you in a disadvantaged position. You see, one of the biggest reasons why when you care they don't is because, especially if you show that you care too quick, is because people don't like to feel like there's a imbalance in terms of I like you, but you like me 10 times more. People want to be with somebody who they feel is at their level. And one of the ways that people find out whether or not you're at their level or not is through your nonverbal. For example, humans back in ancient times back then we wouldn't communicate with verbal words. We wouldn't be able to tell who was the high status person, right? The only way we were able to tell who was high status was through our nonverbal cues, right? So let's just say a preeminent man, prehistoric man, got in a fight with another man and he loses. Humans will be able to tell his status based on his body language. If the man loses a fight or loses whatever, you'll notice his status in the ranks will go down, and you'll be able to observe his status by simply his body language and his nonverbals. He'll be more quiet, more meek, more like that, and that'll communicate that he has lost status, right? Your nonverbals communicate whether or not you believe this person is better than you. And when you show that you care too much without them ever doing anything to deserve it, you're pretty much saying, you're better than me, please choose me. And people naturally want to be with somebody who's at their level, at least most people. And what will happen is that they'll look at you and almost look down upon you. It's human nature to look down on people that we think they lack something that we have. And let me tell you something, and I'll say this, and I love people, but even when I travel, sometimes I'll have that sense of superiority, and I'll have to tell myself, Delexis, you're not better than them. You're not. And it's almost like the brain just naturally wants to feel superior. And you got to tell the brain, hey, motherfucker, calm your ass down. They're also humans. You're not better than them just because you make more than them. And you have to keep pushing that beast down, right? But unfortunately, when it comes to relationships, we're not being as rational because most people don't think the way I think, if I'm being quite honest with you. Naturally, when you show too much happiness, too much seeking validation, they just take you for granted. It's just human nature, right? And what will happen is that they may like you, but a part of them don't respect you too much. And what will happen is that they're gonna test you. They're gonna test your boundaries. They're gonna see how far they can take you from you. And you wanna know why? It's because you showed weakness. So what do you do with that emotion? How do you fix it? In a way, permanently. I'm gonna show you how. And so a lot of the times you gotta almost as though let go of the outcome. And one of the best ways to let go of the outcome is just to become more present. Bring focus to your breath or focus to a bodily sensation more than focusing on your thoughts. When you begin to become aware of a physical sensation like your breath, your hand, it calms down your brain. And all of that needy energy naturally becomes reabsorbed into present moment awareness. And people, rather than sensing your neediness, they'll sense peace emanating from you, right? The goal of all of this should be finding inner peace. When you learn to find inner peace, people will sense that and interpret that as confidence. People will sense that and interpret that as somebody who's not needy by simply becoming present. And the more present you become, the more neediness goes away. The more neediness you feel, the more you should become present. What do I mean by that? I mean this. Whenever you feel needy, don't allow those emotions to become thoughts. Because naturally, when you feel needy, you naturally want to turn away from the neediness by complaining. And say, oh, why do I feel this way? Oh, Lord, I am so needy. I got to get the person to text me back. Oh, my God. Those thoughts are charged by that negative energy. And the reason why you're thinking is because by letting it out, by speaking about the neediness, by thinking about the neediness, it allows you to almost temporarily look away from the emotion. You could distract yourself with thoughts. So what you want to do is look at the emotion more. Just look at it. Look at it. Write it. Get a pen and paper and write down, how does that feel? It feels like a knot in my chest. I feel a warming sensation in my chest. It feels as though my body's going inward. My body feels more tense. My neck feels tense. Make the emotion of neediness into something that you describe very pragmatically and very as a matter of fact. And keep feeling. You know, if you did that properly, you'll notice that the emotion naturally just goes away when you do that. The more you feel, the more you want to keep describing. And you don't have to describe it. You could just sit down and almost as though if you could describe the physical sensation of that emotion, rather than describing it, just pay attention to the sensation. What is the sensation of neediness? Can you observe the sensation of neediness? Can you describe by just observing the components of the sensation of neediness? Try right now. How does neediness feel? Just pay attention. You don't need to label it. Just notice, for example, I notice a sensation here. I notice it's kind of warm. You don't need to say it, just notice it. You also notice that maybe your neck is tense, right? Your shoulders are tense. Don't say nothing, just notice. Imagine that me holding where my hand is me saying, oh, my neck is tense, my shoulder is tense, my chest is tense. Imagine that this equals awareness. Right? All you're doing is just paying attention to the experience of neediness. And each time you feel needy, observe it. Observe it. Observe it. Or focus on your breath. Don't let the emotion become a thought. Do not let and if the emotion becomes a thought, say to yourself, my brain is thinking. My brain is thinking. And just observe. And you'll notice that you will transmute those needy emotions into peace. And that's how you turn the neediness into confidence. And whenever you talk to people and you do this religiously, which is why I want you guys to do this, all of a sudden, people over time will sense that you're calm. People, even your friends, might tell you, you know what? You're more relaxed than you used to be. Right? Why? Because you finally learned to let go. In fact, I'm starting a meditation club in New York City. If you're in Brooklyn or close to Brooklyn, please DM me on Instagram and tell me if you want to come to and become part of this meditation group. We're pretty much doing once a week meditation. Each week, we're going to progress to a different form of meditation. You're going to return the next week. And each one of us is going to say what we did right or wrong. It's almost like a meditation accountability group. And I can promise you, this is the most important thing you can ever do in your life. Out of everything that I teach, this is the most important thing in meditation. Out of everything that I say, being present in the moment is the most important thing. That's why this is called mindful attraction. All right? So yeah, that's why people, whenever you're needy, whenever you care, that's why they don't care back a lot of the times, right? But I want you to learn to apply this into your life, to learn to use the neediness as a spiritual practice, because you can't run away from it. It will never leave. You have to embrace it. Bring it closer to you. It's not going to hurt you. It's actually going to bring you peace. Just don't resist it. Don't look away. Just keep looking at it. It takes a lot of courage and bravery to do it, but just look, and you'll notice that your situation might not change. The person might not like you back, but you use that experience to become more present. And the next person that you meet, you're going to see how that's actually going to reward you, because each time you feel neediness, you're going to become present. Reabsorb it, transmute it into peace. And each time you get hurt, it becomes a way for you to grow. And eventually you're going to reach a point, which is now in the moment. But over time, those wiring that you have that's always sabotaging you will become disentangled. And over time, just like the day turns from day to dark without you even notice it, people are going to say, wow, there's something different about you. And it's going to be a positive thing. All right? All right, people. I really do hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please do what I say, or else I'm closing this channel. If you guys ever want to work with me one-on-one, go to mindfulattraction.org to get one-on-one coaching. And I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, ladies. So finally, I have released my second course for women, which is natural chemistry. This course is a 5-week course. 5-week course where every week you're going to get a new set of videos based on specific issues. This course is all about how to create and maintain the attraction in any man. This will help you create love. This will help you deepen the love with your man. This is not about manipulation. This is not about playing games. This is genuine, natural chemistry. No more short-term partners, no more being fooled. Why? Because I will reveal to you not only how to create attraction in the first week, but also how to understand male nature, how to understand their tricks, how to prevent from being too attached, signs that he's the wrong guy, signs that he's a narcissist, signs that he's a mama's boy, signs that he's an emotionally available guy, emotionally unavailable guy. We go over everything. We go over this third week, setting boundaries. We go over the third week, controlling your emotions, right? Setting boundaries, fourth week. Fifth week, embracing your masculine and the feminine, right? And on top of that, I have over 10 different bonuses. 10 different bonuses, my Lord have mercy, right? With a money back guarantee. The bonus are one, the natural chemistry, over 10 hours of content, right? The breakup formula, how to deal with a breakup, right? The connecting with your man, right? Establishing a life of abundance, social mastery, understanding your dark side, the goal setting seminar, which is about how to set and achieve goals, practical mastery that will teach you how to master anything. The laws of human nature, I have a book club for the laws of human nature with over 4 hours of content, right? The transformational seminar in a pocket, which is my mindfulness seminar, and the Chase audiobook. This originally is $1,800, but you get it starting at $97, ladies and gentlemen, right? $97. We have different packages, but all of this starts at $97. And you know what? You can check it out for free if you want. Yeah, for all the freeloaders, I have free videos just for you. Free videos, all right? So you could just check it out for free and then you could get out. Nothing wrong with that, all right? So, and on top of that, it comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. No questions asked. That's right. No questions asked. I don't mind. I just want you guys to check it out because I know when you take one look, you're going to want to buy it. I can promise you. Just like my other course, the psychological game of attraction, it was a hit. You're going to love this one. This one is not about manipulation. This is genuine natural chemistry. Order it now, all right? I'll see you guys inside. Peace out.